Alright, it's time for election news coverage on the Jose Soto Show. And this is, of course, what I'm saying. People always ask me, Jose, why are you so discouraged from voting? It is very important that you vote this election year. I'm like, well, first of all, I live in Arizona. Arizona, basically, it's going for Romney. My vote is not really going to make a difference. Everybody here is red. They love this Mormon, and it's over with. So he's going to get the 11 electoral votes. And by the way, it's not us that vote for the president. It's the electoral votes, the voters, the electoral college. And the other thing that really discourages me, and one thing why we shouldn't vote on gay marriage, people can say, well, we shouldn't vote on minorities' rights, but that's not really the thing. The thing is that can we really depend on the electoral process? Can we really depend on the voting system that we have? Can we depend on that? Especially when there's something important on the ballot, like marriage rights and all that shit. People should really realize, the people who in Maryland signed for that petition, and that professor or whatever she is, that diversity officer from Gallaudet University, should shut the fuck up and listen to this shit. Alright? You signed the petition to get gay marriage on the ballot. For what? For what reason? Oh, so it can be approved? No! So that the people can have a chance, or people that they know that they can convince, so they can have a chance to revoke the gay marriage law, and that's what they want to do. So when that professor, that diversity officer of Gallaudet University comes out and says, just because I signed for the petition doesn't mean I'm against gay marriage. So what the fuck are you saying? You're already in the boat. Might as well just turn on the motor and leave. You're already naked. Might as well just give me a blowjob. Alright? But she's saying, this woman, this diversity officer from Gallaudet University is saying, I only signed the petition to get gay marriage on the ballot because my pastor told me so. Like, you don't have a fucking mind of your own. You don't even read the reports that are coming out from Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, from Florida, of all this corruption and voter fraud that's been going on. Nobody wants to talk about voter fraud. People are saying, oh, it's only the liberals who want to. No, it's everybody that needs to be concerned. During the 2008 elections, when Obama won the White House, Republicans were all concerned about voter fraud and all. So the thing is that everybody should be concerned. Not just because when you're losing, or because you think you're losing, or when you're losing you engage in voter fraud. But there's a lot of voter fraud going on in Florida, in Virginia, in fucking Michigan, and Pennsylvania. All this shit that's going on. I read all these reports. Every day there's a new report, a new news item about voter fraud, and that they found all these uncounted ballots, and these ballots were thrown in the garbage, and all this shit. And now you want to vote on gay marriage? Now you're saying that the best way to get this resolved is to have the people... No, the people don't vote on this shit. Let me say that. And don't give me the shit that it's about democracy. Fuck you. It's not about democracy. It's about power. And no, not the people. The people don't have the fucking power. It's the person that's counting the votes that has the power. And we all know that shit. There was countless fraud going on in the primaries. Countless fraud. And we're saying that we should depend on this fraudulent system to resolve this important issue? Fuck no. That's why you have legislatures. You have lawmakers that make the law. And they should make the law. And we have a court system that makes sure that whatever you do is consistent with the constitutional values and the laws of the land, the higher laws. But they're like, no, we don't need that. These self-defeatists, these self-hating morons who go out there and say, oh, these activist judges are after traditional marriage and all this bullshit. The fuck is that about? And it gets me all fired up. It gets me really fucking mad that people believe this shit. That they say, oh, we have activist judges. Activist my ass. Oh, and these are the same reactionaries in the South that vote for their Supreme Court justices. Every judge, and now here in Arizona, there's a red state. Every fucking judge has to run for election. That means you're not a judge. You're a politician now. You're running for office. And in the South, every judge has to run for office. The Supreme Court justices are not appointed. They run for office like a politician. So that means, guess what? They're going to have to go fundraise from all these other political hacks and these political action committees. Judges should be independent. Yes, I agree with that. But guess who is going out there? These reactionaries, these Republican pigs going out there and saying, oh, the judges should all be elected by the people. That means it's politicized. That means that the court in Alabama and Mississippi, where this is going on, and Virginia and all these other places, that means that they're not really judges. They're politicians. They're lawmakers. Because we have a republic system of government where we elect lawmakers. Judges are not supposed to be elected. They're vetted. They are appointed, vetted, and avoid of all political shenanigans. They should be insulated from all that shit. And I do believe in life appointments for judges because they should be insulated and away from politics and away from running for office and away from all that shit. From going to these political rallies, to teabagging rallies, to get votes. And it's really stupid. And now since we have voter fraud all over the place, it's going on in every fucking state now. Voter fucking fraud. We depend on this system now so we can elect judges who have the power to throw you into the electric chair. We just throw that away. We are no longer a republic system. We are now a fully on, taken over by the ruling class. That's what they do. Because who gets to pay for all of these political shenanigans, for these political action committees? Who gets to run these campaigns? The ruling class. And if they don't like what you're voting for, they're going to send some pygmies, some stupid patsy to go out there and do their business and destroy ballots, destroy voter registrations and all that. And right now, guess who's doing all that? Guess who's doing all that shit? Oh, but when it's a union member, oh, that's now we can go put that on a Drudge Report. But hey, we caught a Republican throwing away voter registrations. Everybody's just quiet. This is, again, deja vu for me, because in 2008, everybody was in for Obama. Wall Street, the banks, the controllers, everybody was in for Obama. Today, different story. They are in for Romney. And the only reason why you may convince me to vote for Obama is because I'm going to vote against the controllers. I'm going to vote against the masters and the controllers of this country who really hate you. And they hate me. They hate everything that we stand for. That's why they rig all these elections. It's all fucking rigged. And it's rigged against you, and you don't know it. You don't really care, because all you care about is your Bible, your guns, and your God and your religion. That's all you care about. Well, fuck you then. Go hide in a fucking cave. Go live in a fucking forest. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're useless to the progression of our society and our civilization. Get the fuck out of here. So when I read this article, I got really pissed off. and it's at the New Civil Rights Movement, and it's actually a pretty good website. It's on the Get Report as well. We link up to some of their articles. David Badash really runs this shit. Sometimes he's really with it, sometimes he's not really with it, but now I can see why he's really good. And he's really good, and this is a really good website. And he's breaking the story of this Republican contractor who was arrested for throwing voter registrations into the dumpster. Jose, but shut up and listen. A GOP voter registration contractor has just been arrested in Harrisonburg, Virginia. That's it. Go to Harrisonburg. But it's not just Harrisonburg, Virginia. It's everywhere. It's Fort Lauderdale, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, fucking Alabama. Anywhere where there's a contested race, there's going to be fraud to the maximum extent possible. And you know that. For those of you who listen to the show, you know what the controllers and these hacks will do. After a local resident, let me start over again. A GOP voter registration contractor has just been arrested in Harrisonburg, Virginia, after a local resident reported to police he had seen someone throwing a bag of trash into his dumpster and speeding away on Monday. The bag contained filled out, completed voter registration application forms. Colin Small, that little fuckhead, the man whom police arrested, is charged with 8 felonies and 5 misdemeanors. The Rockingham County Sheriff's Office has made an arrest in the investigation of voter registration fraud that began on the afternoon of October 15th, when law enforcement received a citizen complaint of voter registration application forms being found in a dumpster behind a business in the city of Harrisonburg, according to a press release from the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office. The following individual has been charged, says the Sheriff's Office. Mr. Colin Small, 31 years old, and he's my age. That little fucker! 31-year-old male of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Of course he has to be from Pennsylvania. That's where all the fucking fraud is happening right now. Voter registration supervisor employed by Pinpoint. Oh, we gotta investigate that stupid, shady organization. An independent private organization contracted by the Republican Party of Virginia for purposes of general voter registration. The following charges have been placed: 4 counts of destruction of voter registration application, Class 1 misdemeanor, Section 24 whatever, Code of Virginia. 8 counts of disclosure of voter registration application, Class 5 felony. 1 count of obstruction of justice. This fucker should rot in jail. He should fucking rot in jail. We should put gay marriage on the ballot. Rob Johnson, a store manager in Harrisonburg, Virginia, reported the incident on Monday and made this note on his Facebook page. Blah 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 blah. Okay. This evening, just about an hour ago, Johnson, there was a misspell here. Johnson made the following statement also via Facebook. The police have just arrested the man who threw the voter registration forms into my dumpster on Monday. Fuck. In plain sight. He just did this shit. And nobody's pissed off. Everything's okay, Jose. The election will turn out okay. You should vote, Jose. Yeah, so it can be thrown in the fucking trash? I've seen his picture and confirmed 100% this is the same man. John Aravosis at America Blog reminds us that our concerns about massive Republican voter fraud extended beyond Florida were justified. It is now hit Pennsylvania too. It's in Virginia. It's everywhere. As the new civil rights movement reported last month, Mitt Romney and the GOP have paid several firms with a long history of voter fraud allegations and a man named Nathan Sproul, who runs most or all of them, more than $2 million recently for voter registration in key swing and battleground states. Sproul has been operating in North Carolina, Virginia, and Colorado, along with other key battleground states. Voters in all states who are concerned should contact their local registrar office to ensure they are indeed registered to vote. Oh, they're right. So that's how they're going to win this election, right? They're going to steal this election by committing voter fraud. And you wonder why I'm pissed off. Because I'm coming more and more into the realization that we are not in control of our destiny anymore. We're not. The controllers, the masters, the Club 400, they control everything. Oh, is this going to end up in a Drudge Report? It's not going to end up in a Drudge Report. You bet your ass it's not going to end up in a Drudge Report because, hello, it's fucking Romney, the Romney Report now. The Mormon Report. That's what I'm going to call it now. The Mormon Report. So for those of you who are always saying the people should... How do I know it's the people? How do I know that the people voted against gay? Now I have to look at every other gay marriage vote. Maybe except for the South. But like everywhere else. Like in California. What happened there? Was there voter fraud? Somebody voting twice? Somebody throwing away ballots that they didn't like? Huh? And you want us to solve this important issue through this fraudulent, shady system that we have. Alright. Why are lawmakers so fucking weak? I don't know. Politicians are weak. You know, they say that 30 some states have whatever. Most of them are... Those bans against gay marriage have been voted upon by the people of the state. And these Republican pigs have the audacity to smile when they say that shit. When they say, look at us, 30 states, 27 of them I think it is. 27 of them have banned gay marriage through the voters. The voters have spoken. I'm like, you're so fucking weak. Yes, you are. Because the logic against gay marriage can only stand if it's voted by a majority of voters who are not gay, who have no interest in gay marriage, who are never going to get gay married. Most of them don't even have gay relatives or gay friends, and they just vote on this shit. You're saying that because the people, ignorant voters, voted on this, that it makes you more legitimate? Really? Because you, Republican lawmaker, you didn't have the audacity. You don't have the audacity to vote on this on yourself. You couldn't just have a law that bans gay marriage. You are so weak-minded that you had to get the voters involved to back your shit. And it wasn't just to back your shit, it was more than that. And the people don't understand. The voters who go out and vote for this shit, they don't understand that they're just pygmies. That's what they are. You're pygmies, you're patsies, you're nobodies. Because what they want you to believe is that you have exercised some form of power, right? That you are going to get back at these homos for destroying traditional marriage. You know what? You're a fucking moron if you believe that shit. You're a fucking douche. Why don't you kill yourself? Because you're pathetic. You are a loser to America. Because you believe this bullshit propaganda that you have exercised your power at the voting booth. Fuck you. You know what's happening right now? You know what's happening right now in America? The controllers, the Club 400, the people who really control this country. I'm not talking about your boss who is the CEO of your shitty waste management company. I'm talking about Club 400, the trillionaires who own 40% of everything in the USA. They're laughing to the bank because they know that you're so fucking stupid you cannot even look beyond this shit. That you are going to sit there and take this shit. Because I received many complaints throughout many years that people say, oh, this gay marriage shit is, why is it being shoved down our throats? Because you're weak. Because instead of standing up to the controllers and say, you know what, we don't care about this fucking gay marriage issue. Enough of this with the gay marriage. We're going to vote on that shit. If gay people want to marry, that's their business. What we want is to protect our interest and to protect our economic rights. We're not going to sit here and let you shove this shit down our throat and for us to go on this wild goose chase to look out after gay people instead of looking out after you. You lawmakers, you political hacks, you politicians, you crooked politicians, you bankers, you bureaucrats. Oh, but since the controllers of this country, the big major mega banks, the foreign bankers, oh, they don't want you to know. Wall Street criminals, the Wall Street kingpin, the Wall Street clique, they don't want you to know that they're looting the treasury. They don't want you to know what they're doing. They don't want you to know what they're doing behind your back. Looting, stealing, thieving, whatever you want to call it. It's theft. Stealing your pensions in your 401k while you're fighting the gays. How smart is that, ladies and gentlemen? How smart is that? Oh, you should get a Rhodes Scholarship for your intellectuality, for your capability of understanding, solving the issues of life. While you're fighting the gays, while you're going after us, while you are yelling at us and blaming us for everything, blaming us for Katrina, blaming us for World War I, for the Holocaust, blaming us for the Great Flood, blaming us for everything, the rug is being pulled from underneath you. And soon you're going to fall right through. And I hope you feel satisfied when you're in the street, broke, or at a shelter, or at a rundown apartment after you lost your 5-bedroom house to foreclosure. I hope you feel gratified after yelling and screaming at gay people for trying to get married after you lost everything because you weren't paying attention, because you were distracted. Your mind was distracted. You thought, hey, I go after the gays, I feel good, baby. I get to protect my kids. Boom, your kids get smacked in the head by the realities of this depression that we're in. This is a depression, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else. Don't accept any other lies. Oh, now you feel like a tough guy, huh? You feel like a tough guy that you went after the gays and after their marriage licenses. Ooh, you feel so tough. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait until Mitt Romney comes over and chops your balls off. Just wait till that happens. Tough guy. Just wait when all the gold runs out. And then who will you blame then? The gays again? It's our fault that the depression has gotten worse, that we're in a triple dip recession? Which means a depression, by the way. People say, oh, double dip, triple dip, quadruple dip. Doesn't matter how many dips. I don't care if it's a bean dip, nacho dip. It's still a fucking depression. Get it through your fucking head. This is why our country is so fucked up, ladies and gentlemen. This is why it's so fucked up. Instead of, they're going after us in every way possible. Gays are the scum of the earth. But yet, look at this. We have voter fraud. We have all this going on, and nobody gives a shit about that, except for this guy who found the Republican operative throwing these forms away. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be in the news. We wouldn't know about it. But the thing is that this is what's going on, and nobody's giving a shit about this. No two shits about this. They're only after, what's going on with gay marriage? Oh, those gays are being homo-fascist. They're going after diversity officers. Oh, God. People like that diversity officer are fucking stupid. They are. I mean, only a moron will accept that kind of position. Diversity officer. What the fuck is that shit? It's kind of funny that Republicans and all these reactionaries and teabaggers are helping her. Tony Perkins, that CIA operative, helping this woman. Diversity officer? I thought these guys were against diversity. What the fuck is that shit? And they're defending, because what I heard was that the president of that university wants to basically get rid of the whole position itself. Get rid of it. It's just like, yeah, you're not going to have a perfect person there being a diversity officer. Just get rid of it. She was going to keep a job or something like that. She was going to be part of the administration in another capacity. And she would have kept, her payment. And now, or her pay. But she went to the media. She went to Tony Perkins, of all people. And she says, I'm not anti-gay. Then what the fuck did you go to that guy? That CIA operative who knows how to play the anti-gay card. God, people just are so fucking ignorant these days. Ignorant beyond belief. And just because you're disabled, because you have this hearing problem, whatever, you're mute, whatever, I don't give a shit. And then if you're mute and deaf, you should be better than that. You should know better. I mean, what if I had passed a law that says that the deaf are not allowed to marry? How would you feel about that, shithead? Shut up. People don't give a shit until their rights are being taken away. Then they start caring. Like, no, wait a minute. What do you mean you're gonna close down the nudie bar? What do you mean you're gonna ban Playboy? What do you mean you're gonna ban that? As soon as they start banning shit you like, then you're gonna understand. Until that happens, you'll wait. Why should you give a shit? And I like it when it says I enjoy it. It makes me laugh when all of these reactionaries and these Republican pigs come out and say, how dare you ban trans fats, ban sugary sodas. Well, you're the one who's banning gay marriage, dumbass. If you don't like banning shit, then don't. God, you know what? This is just really stupid. I have a right to do whatever I want. Yeah, because that's you. But when you see it for a gay person, no, of course not. Gay people don't have every right to do what they want in the comfort of their own life. They don't have a right to call their relationships marriages because it offends you. Basically, that's what it is. These are the people that always tell us, oh, you gay people, why do you always get offended? Why do you always get offended when we say this and that? But you're the ones who are passing all these laws, these bans and these marriage amendments, because you're the ones who are getting offended by it. You're the ones who get offended every time somebody gets gay married. You're the ones who are getting offended. You're the ones that come out to all these meetings and hearings and say, oh my God, if we allow gay marriage, I'm going to faint. Oh no, it's so deplorable. It's immoral. It's offensive. That's what it is. It offends you. But yeah, your offense is logical. It's reasonable. And your offense is more special. Fucking stupid. That's what it is. It's stupid. It's retarded. And no wonder you fucking Rick Santorum, that fucking asshole, Mr. Vest. Mr. Vest! Oh, he goes out, he's like, and he's right when he says this. Smart people don't support our agenda. Yeah, smart people don't support your fucking agenda because we see right through you, asshole. We see that you're fucking fakes. And your whole logic is fake. And your whole agenda, your whole political goals, they're all fucking fake. They're fake beyond belief. But one of the many reasons why I think this whole gay marriage thing shouldn't be voted on, and you know, people can say we shouldn't vote on the rights of a minority. Fine, I'll accept that. But the most important argument and the most important thought is if one vote is tampered with, the whole shit doesn't count. It doesn't count, and it shouldn't count. Because the system has been basically tampered with. It's not dependable. It's not 100% dependable. And we need a 100% answer on this. If you want to go to the voters, and I know we're gonna go to the voters, in Maine, and see what happens with that. Let's see if we don't have a Catholic bishop going there and going to the counting and he throws away votes. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Or one of these Mormon missionaries goes over there and throws away some of these votes to equalize things, you know? And it happens. I've seen people doing this shit all the time. It happened when one of my friends was running for student body president in my college. They were tampering with the ballots. And guess what? If one ballot is tampered with, what do you think? How many unimaginable numbers of ballots have been tampered with? And the whole thing is basically forfeited. Start all over again. If you value, because these people say democracy is number one, that's why we want to have people vote on gay marriage, even though they'll never vote on healthcare, they'll never vote on taxation, then or the real taxes, not the stupid sales tax here and there to tax the poor. I'm talking about real taxes, like taxing the rich. They're not going to let us vote on that. On the Bush tax cuts, they're not going to let us vote on that. How about staying in Iraq or going to new war? Would it let us, the people, have a say on that? No, they're not going to let us vote on that. But hey, gay marriage, go ahead and vote on that shit. Shows you how much they care, right? They care about the marriage institution. It's really important. It's so important that we're going to put it as a political issue, and it's going to be placed on the ballot for you to vote on. Because all of you sheeple are going to go to the ballot box and you're going to vote for our candidates, and you're going to vote the way that we want you to vote. And if you don't vote the way that we like you to vote, then we're going to throw away your ballot. How about that? Democracy is well alive in America. So, don't give me this shit. Oh, democracy, all that. Democracy is thrown out the window once a ballot is tampered with. It's thrown out the window. It's gone. It's over. It's done. It's dead. And that's it. So that's why I'm very unhappy with this whole thing, this whole process and everything that, especially the commentating and all this, or who won the debate and all that. It's like having really bad sex. And it's going on for a long time already. And you just want to just go ahead and come and climax and just get it over with. Go ahead and come in my face. Go ahead. So you can feel all powerful and all good. Golly. And yes, I have many experiences when I had bad sex. All the time. When I do, I just stop. But, oh God, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. And I really hate it when this happens, but we thought we live in a perfect democracy. No, we don't. This shit happens. We just have to move forward. And that's why I don't really accept all of these amendments, marriage amendments and all this shit, because who voted for this shit? Who counted the votes? And that's what I'm talking about. But everybody's like, Jose, that's too strong, let's not go there. I'm like, why not go there? We have to question the legitimacy of all this shit. And it really puts us in a perspective, in a whole new perspective that, hey, we thought we were in control. No, you're not. The people of this country are not in control of their own country. We're not. And this is just another example of you're not in control. And people will always vote, not vote, but they will always look at the judges. All these activist judges, they're the ones who... But the thing is that, I don't know. I don't know what the people want. People don't even know what they want anyway. No matter how many times they vote, they don't know what they want. One day we have Republican senators and the next day we don't. And you're like, oh, that's the beauty of democracy. I'm like, no, that's the ugliness of democracy, is that people don't know what the fuck they want. And they fucking screw everything up. That's the ugliness of democracy. If we have a stable government, if we have a stable political cycle, then why not? Democracy is there to have a check and balance effect. It's not the end all and be all. Direct democracy I'm talking about. But people just don't know, and they don't really care. Anyway, moving on.